welcome to my journey. Look where we're at. We're on the porch, obviously. I thought this morning, I'm like, I know our weather's supposed to be feeling, so I checked the app, like I couldn't walk out the door and see. I'm like, 67 degrees, I think that sounds like something we can do. So it's a little chilly, there's a little breeze blowing, but not too much to keep me. This is nice. This is so nice. Listen, we got to get back used to hearing the birds chirping, the Southern boys in their trucks, the Blue Beast Jeep. Who remembers Blue Beast? That's right. My neighbor's leaving, but she's got kind of a quiet car. Her little baby has grown. Oh my goodness. I can't remember if he was born right before Jacob or right after Jacob, but he's of the same size. So I walked out at the time she was putting him in the car and she had him up, on her hip and everything. I'm like, oh, he's grown. We don't speak. They don't speak to us. They won't wave if you wave, but still, it's a little baby, So anyway, I thought, we are here for I was so excited about being on the porch. I forgot we was here for weigh-in. So this morning I weighed in at 273.4 for a loss of 1.2. And that puts me at 103.7. Listen, you can see me in the glass there, which probably needs to be cleaned after this winter. So, what we're talking about today is my visit to the doctor yesterday at the weight clinic. I think she's considered a bariatrician. I could be wrong. I meant to look it up before we come on here. But I think that's what she is. She's a bariatric doctor. She's not the surgeon. She is the doctor of bariatrics. There you go. Well, I had never seen her before. I've only seen the surgeon and the nutritionist. So this was my 6 months checkup. And she is like, she's part nutrition, I guess you could say, because we talked about that. But what I'm telling you, she told me, I ain't gonna say apply it to your situation, because if you haven't had bariatric surgery, as in gastric bypass like me, or the sleeve or whatever, maybe it doesn't apply to you. I don't know. I don't know if we have special things for us because we have special situations, or if it's an across-the-board weight loss situation. But she asked me, did I have any questions? I said, well, my first question is, how come my bottom belly, I'm losing it, but my top belly, I'm not? Right up under my breast, where your stomach is, where your stomach actually is, it is just not going down. It is just not going down. But the belly under it, because when you're big, sometimes you got two bellies. Listen, when you lose weight, you can go from one belly to two bellies. That's the truth. So my bottom belly, my abdomen, it's going down. And then this up here staying puffy. She goes, well, and I'm looking for some kind of, perhaps your surgery didn't heal properly. It's some kind of something terrible. She goes, well, probably a lot of genetics, just the way your body makeup is, the way your fat is distributed. I'm like, not what I want to hear. But it was an answer. So it really is what I want to hear. I didn't want it to be anything, but I'm like, there's got to be something to it. 6 months later, and the thing has not gone anywhere. It's just there. If you could see in the glass, you could probably see it. So we started talking. I'm like, I feel like, I just told her, I flat out told her, I feel like I'm failing at this whole weight loss thing. I feel like I'm failing. I said, I'm always hungry. I have cravings. I feel like half the time I never get full. I'm always wanting to eat. I'm thinking about food. And I'm going to tell you, and I told her, well, we talked about so much, I don't even know. I've got notes here from what we talked about. So I don't know, these aren't really in order. we'll just keep talking, and when we look down, when I go to my notes, if we've discussed it, then we've discussed it. How I just always feel like it's just food. And she goes, well, let's take a look at your medicines. And y'all know I'm on a lot. She goes down, she goes, okay, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. 3 of my medications. Hold on. Three of my medications they cause weight gain. Basically, what helps in the weight gain is the thinking of the food and the cravings and the being hungry. And it's 3 of them. And she goes, each one individually is enough, but you have 3 of them working in tandem. She said, you're fighting against them. That was her words, not mine. I have said it. I'm fighting these medications. That was her words. She told me, she said, you are fighting these medications. So I'm going to talk about in a minute what we're going to do, but let's look at our notes. So I'm telling her about weighing in. I said, I gained weight. As of yesterday, I had gained like 4 pounds. No joke. When I weighed yesterday, because I've gone back to weighing almost every day, 2 every day. Can you have an average that's just right under every day? I might have missed a day in there somewhere. I quit that and went to weighing once a week. I'm like, oh, that's so much better. And then it got to where I'm like, no, I've got to know. And we're going to talk about that in a minute too. It's not all bad. She says, don't get caught up in one weight. When it's a gain, she said, you can't. Okay, something was flying around my foot. Here we're going to be out here with the vomits. I got my fly swat over here. I got my fly swat handy. It's not up on the table, but I'll get to it if I need to. The bees is out because the bees is getting in my big room. I ain't liking it. There was a dead bee on the arm of that. Okay, that was a squirrel. We back out here where I'm getting paranoid in nature. Dead bee on David's arm of his couch where he lays. It wasn't a yellow jacket, it was just a bee. Just a bee. I'm like, I don't know where that came from, but it was dead. Because I stuck it with my electric thing and it didn't buzz. It didn't spark or nothing. It was a goner. Anyway, she says, and she didn't fuss at me. Oh my God, she was such a nice, and get this, she was such a nice woman. Oh my God, I loved her. And I was just a talking and she was just a typing. I'm like, I'm sorry. And she's like, no, you're fine. I'm like, I know, but you're trying to type. She goes, yes. She goes, sis, they put in this program where you have to type all your notes in. She goes, I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to conversate with you. I'm trying to type. I'm like, I know. I'm going to sit here and be quiet a minute. She's just laughing the whole time. It was a good visit. It was a very good visit. And then she's like, well, I need you to come back in 3 months, but I'm not going to be here. I'm like, but I can't just meet you and like you and then you leave me. She goes, I know. So now I have done run off a nutritionist because when I seen her last time, I had seen her twice. She's like, well, I won't be here next time. So I've lost a nutritionist. Now I've lost a bariatrician. So I don't know about all that. Anyway, she says, do not worry about one gain. She said, without even knowing what I had did, she said, it could be water. She said, you cannot go by a gain. She said, you have to look at the trend. Is it a downward trend? She said, that's what you want. You want a downward trend. And we're going to talk about it. Let's see, do I have it? Yes, I have it right there. This coffee's so good today. And it was not even my favorite one, but it's hitting good. She said, and you need to give it 4 weeks. Don't just like, okay, here's my numbers. You give it a 4 week before you get the average. She says you can weigh every day and put it in this app that will give you the average. And she said, as long as you look at it and you see the trend going down, she said, you're doing fine. So she was telling me, happy, oh, there's the school bus. Happy scale. So I looked it up while I was sitting there. I said, I can't find it. She looked over on my phone. She goes, oh, you've got Android. You don't have iPhone. I said, no, I don't have iPhone. So if you have iPhone, it's called Happy Scale. If you have Android, like me, it is called Monitor Your Weight, where you put your weight in, which I need to put that in there today. You put your weight in daily, and it keeps an average for you. That way, if Wednesday had been my weigh-in day, I'd have been down 4 pounds, and I'd have been just like, oh my God, I'm seriously failing. Just like I told her, I'm failing. Today, I'm down 1.2. Well, it probably was water, because with David's sister, the one day at the hospital, we just ate vending machine food, Maness cheese sandwiches and Fritos, cookies. They brought us in a snack tray while we sat with her towards the end, and it had cookies on it, and I ate way too many cookies that day. And then the next day we had a lot of running to do, and we ate Mexican. Now I had a special order, which is low carb, no rice, no beans. It's delicious. Just order some peppers and onions. They'll grill them, grilled peppers and onions. Some grilled shrimp with melted cheese on top. Some avocado, golden, let me tell you. But it's full of sodium. But the cheese, it was the cheese dip. That's what they put on top. Oh my gosh. And whatever they season the stuff with, it's full of sodium. So it was water weight. It had to be. Because I'm down today. Because I've been eating right, except for those 2 days I have been on plan. I told you I'm on it, and I mean I'm on it. Knock on wood, I am on plan. I am watching my protein, which now she told me, making sure we talk all about them apps. Put your weight in every day. She told, this come from her, didn't come from me. Being on Weight Watchers, and I'm not talking about Weight Watchers, I'm just saying, being on Weight Watchers, you're told just weigh once a week. Don't weigh any more than that. Well, I was an everyday weigher for a long, long, long time until I quit here, past a few months. I've been told by the doctor, and again, this is my bariatric doctor who is treating me after bariatric surgery, is telling me it's okay to weigh every day and keep an average, because that is a more accurate glimpse of your weight loss. Not your weight gain, because we're not going there. Your weight loss when you get that average, not just one weight of one day. But listen, I could go in there and weigh right now and be 2 pounds heavier. Who knows? She did say weigh when you wake up, and that's what I was telling y'all the other day. Weigh, empty your bladder, and weigh when you wake up. That's when you should weigh. So that's what I do. So anyway, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I tell you, monitor your weight. I'm going to weigh every day, and I'll still give you my weigh-in Thursdays, because that's my official weight. When I'm not going to try to micromanage and keep an average, and then the average is going to be my weigh-in. No, I'm going to just weigh in, put it in my tracker, and I'll see my trend there. But I'm also going to see how it's trending every day, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then it lets you know you're normal. When you have ups, we have gotten to where we almost think, well, no, we don't almost think, we absolutely think that we have done something wrong if we had a gain that week. And you're looking back and you're like, what did I screw up? What did I do wrong? I thought I did pretty good. We've all said that. When your weight is not necessarily an indicator of how well you did that week. It just happened. Our weights are funny like that. So we've kind of got to get, whether you weigh every day and put it in this app, or you weigh once a week, I don't really care. That's up to you. But we got to get it out of our head that if we have a bad weigh-in, we call them bad weigh-ins, that we've done something wrong. Well, sometimes we have. Sometimes we ate our face off and we knew we were going to gain. But then sometimes we knew we didn't do anything wrong, so why do we have a gain? Because that's how our bodies work. And even after weight loss surgery, our bodies still work that way. I've told y'all before, it is not a magic pill. I have struggled ever since I had this surgery, and we're going to talk about that. Hold, please. I need a good sip. Okay. So I told you we already looked at my meds. It was already 3 of them. So we talked about that. Let me change my page. Oh, did I pull out way too many pages? Oh, I pulled out some empty pages. I thought I didn't write that much. So here's when I was telling her about how I'm always hungry, I'm craving food, I want food, I think about food all the time, I don't always feel full, I never always get, sometimes I do, I get that feeling, I'm like, oh, I gotta stop. And sometimes I told her I could just keep on eating and just keep on eating, I just had to make myself stop. That's when she said, well, look at your meds. Okay, there's your meds. She goes, what we can do is we can give you another medication to help with those cravings and thinking about the food and always feeling hungry. What kind of vehicle was that? Jeep. Listen, I'm waiting on the Blue Beast. It should be about time for the Blue Beast. She said, we can put you on another medication that I want to try. Guess what it is? Ozempic. Yes. That is the medication, the main one, because I think it's the most widely recognized name-wise. There are a number of weight loss, they're diabetes medications, but they have found to be helpful in weight loss. So that's why they're being subscribed for weight loss. Let me go on this. I'm gonna give you this part before we even talk about it anymore. When Weight Watchers, and I keep talking about Weight Watchers because that's the big news story at the moment. Weight Watchers and Ozempic, which it could be any other of the other drugs they want to administer. I do not think, that, in my personal opinion, it's a good idea for them to get in the business of prescribing medications when the person is not being seen in a doctor's office. I don't think you should be prescribed a medication if you have only been on a Zoom meeting, whatever you call them. I don't care who you are. I don't think you should be able to go on a video chat with the doctor and get a medication. Unless it's something like for the flu or a cold. Not something you inject that is meant to treat diabetes that has this wonderful side effect of helping with weight loss. That's where I stand on that. Where I have, and it come out of my mouth, and I've heard other people say it, and I said it to begin with when I heard it. I'm like, I don't think it's right. They're prescribing this medication to people to lose weight when they might be taking it away from people who need it for diabetes. Because they talk about a shortage and you can't get it, this and that. So people with diabetes need it. Why are you getting it for weight loss? Well, I read something somewhere, and boy, it struck a nerve with me. Struck a chord, not a nerve. Struck a chord with me. How is our obesity, many times our morbid obesity, not a disease like diabetes? It is. How is managing diabetes any worse than me or anybody else overweight, losing that weight with all the comorbidities we have, any less important? How is that any less important than diabetes? It's not. It's not. People need to lose weight for their health reasons the same way people need to manage their diabetes for their health reasons. So that's where I stand on that. I was completely changed in my thinking. I no longer think it's taking something away from the diabetics. It is just giving something to some other group of sick people. My body's sick. I ain't gonna, why am I seriously sick people? Because I'm sick. I take medicines in the double digits that shows I have a lot of illnesses in my body. Ailments. That's the word I'm looking for. So I no longer think that it's a bad thing, that people who need it to lose weight need it, because obesity is an epidemic, and it is some people are overweight and healthy, but there's a lot of us who absolutely are not. So that's where I stand on that now. I'm glad I read that. See, you read other people's opinions and it makes you start thinking. You're like, well, that makes sense. So, let's see. Yes, this Ozempic is going to help, she says, with the constant thinking about food, the hunger, the cravings. Now, I was on it before, if y'all remember. My primary care put me on it, and I quit taking it right before I had my surgery, because I thought, well, I told myself, why do I need to take it? If you're going to have weight loss surgery, then you're going to lose your weight. You don't need Ozempic to help you, which I did lose some weight on it, but I didn't have any side effects. You know, people talk about side effects. It didn't affect me at all. I think I lost a little bit of weight. Nothing, to write home to mama about. But if she wanted to try it, I'm willing to try it, because the way I'm working right now is not working. This is proof 1,000% positive that weight loss surgery is, oh, there's my reminder to take my medicine. It must be 8 o'clock and the alarm must be going off to wake flare up. I can't hear it, but it is, because of 8 o'clock it's time to take medicine. 8 o'clock it's time to get flared up. We'll be through here in a minute anyway. What was I saying? Proof positive weight loss surgery is not a magic pill. If it was, I would have already lost more than... Now, she went back to September 26th, I think it was. She said I was in there for a pre-op, which I do not remember being there. It might have been another time. I don't remember being in that weight loss clinic a week before my surgery. I just don't. But she said I weighed 330 on September 26th, I believe it was. 330. So now I'm at 273. So that's, what, 50 pounds? Whatever. So she's counting that. Even though part of that was pre-op weight loss, she counts that as in part of my weight loss journey with this surgery. So that makes me feel better, that I don't feel like such a failure. And I hate to keep using the word failure, but in my mind, that's where it goes. It goes to, you're a failure. The struggles I have had with this surgery are the struggles I had before the surgery. And for her to, what's the word I'm looking for? Now, you know there's a word I'm looking for when she says it's these medicines that I'm fighting against. For her to, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It's a word I'm looking for. Hold up. Motorcycle, hold please. All right. That was a Harley. Mm-hmm. Yes, it was. It was a pretty bike. For her to just kind of, so I knew I was fighting medicines, but when you hear me say it, you're like, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure, right? Yeah, I'm sure that those medicines are really hindering you. Well, for a doctor to tell me, then it makes me know that's not all in my head. I truly am fighting something concrete. And if this medication helps with the hunger and the cravings, hey, I'm all for it. So I took my first dose yesterday. You take it once a week. It's a shot. I'm sure everybody by now knows what Ozempic is. It's a shot with a teeny weeny little needle. I don't put it in my stomach. I put it in my thigh because I took it last time. The pharmacist told me I could put it in my stomach or in my thigh. I chose my thigh because it just holding up skin on my stomach creeps me out. But just punching it right there in my thigh don't bother me. That's why after surgery I had to have that girl come and give me that shot because it was a real needle. It was a shot needle. I couldn't have done it. I just had to get a blood clot because I couldn't have done it. They say you can do things you don't think you can do. Well, I don't think I could do it, and I couldn't have done it. I just couldn't have done it. It was about all I could do. Let her do it. It was just, anyway. Ooh, and the bruises it left. Oh my gosh. No. So, oh, boy, that went down before I meant for it to. Sorry about that. So that's it. I saw her. She put me on the Ozempic. She wants to see me. Well, she don't be there, but in 3 months. So what I'll do is you have to graduate up. So there's a 0.25 dose. Take that 4 weeks in a row. There's a 0.5 dose. You take that 4 weeks in a row. And then there's a 1 milliliter dose. That would come after the first 8 weeks. So, hold on. There's another school bus. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna hope that it helps. I'm gonna hope that my weight loss stays in a downward trend. I'm going to weigh every day and put it in the app. And if you choose to do that, that's on you. Don't do it and then get all wacky about the scales and say, well, I made you do it because I didn't make you do it. Let me just tell you, anything I say and do on my channel is not meant to tell you to do or say or think or feel or act the same way. I'm just sharing with you my journey. You choose to do what you see fit. If something I do gives you encouragement, you want to try the same thing, then that's great. It may work for you, it may not work for you, but don't take what I say as gospel. Don't take what oh, here comes a big truck, hold on. Don't take what any YouTuber has to say as gospel, because honey, we are regular people. We ain't doctors unless you're watching a YouTube doctor, but then, you go by whatever you think. Maybe that doctor ain't, all. You don't know. I'm going by my doctor. That's all I can go by. To go by what my doctor tells me. And I'm willing to try it. So, that is, I'm thinking that's all we talked about yesterday. Well, we talked about plenty of stuff, but as far as the weight loss journey, I think that is all. So, yeah. We're going for a downward trend. Now, let me just take a quick minute to thank you for all your condolences. David thanks you very much. We appreciate all your thoughts and prayers. I live 2 blocks from a schoolhouse, which kids on this street have to go to ride the bus, but we're a cut through. That's why you get so many buses on my street, because we're cut through up to the schoolhouse. There would not be that many school buses in one neighborhood. You would have like your one school bus, as Sebastian would say, which they will get him tomorrow. They'll get him tomorrow. I won't get to see him till Sunday because I think we're going to be busy Saturday because they don't get to meet until 8 o'clock at night because his mama has to work, and so they won't be home till way after midnight. And of course, I'll be sound asleep and not coming over then. They'll all be wore out. And then I was going to see him Saturday, but I think we're going to be busy, not be home, so I won't get to see him until Easter Sunday, which I'm thinking maybe see if he can spend the night that night, you know. But I'm excited. I'll have both my grandbabies over on Easter Sunday. They'll get to see each other. They haven't seen each other in a long time. I'll get to take my pictures because, you know, I get a picture every time I have them together. I get a new picture to put in there on my wall in my craft room. So when I look up, I got a picture of me and my grandbabies. I got a picture of Noel and RJ and Holly. And I've got a picture of me and my best friend. So anyway, well, that'll do it for me today. Let's see, it's Thursday. Hope you're having a good week so far. Hope you're doing everything you can do to put your health first. That's what I got to do. I got to not self-sabotage by going off plan and hoping this medication will help that. So it's just not all left up to me for willpower. The parts of the surgery that says it might help your cravings, or you won't want food, or you won't be hungry, those just have not applied to me. So that's why I'm getting extra help. So there you go. All right, well, that'll do it for me today for this video. Let's recap just a minute because I'm happy. Hold on. I lost 1.2, so it puts me at 103.7. So I'm hoping in a couple weeks to be at 105, so I'm putting another button on my thing. So I hope you enjoyed this outside, our first porch visit since last warm weather, whenever it turned off cold. It's been since then. So that'll do it for me today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you, as far as I know, we're still going to do live tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, so be there. Okay, bye.